got it. Got him on that Mega Bass Deep X300. When you're pausing it for 10 seconds, you have to have a realistic looking bait, because those fish are staring at it for literally 10 seconds. I can see on the depth finder, their nose right up to the bait, and they're just inches from it, just looking at it. You can see how realistic that pattern is. Busted ice to get out here. Got 36.9 degree water. Suspended crankbaits. Suspending crankbaits that weren't meant to be suspended. But you do whatever it takes to get those extra bites before ice up. I need a bait that gets right down in their face, and I need it perfectly balanced so it's not floating up or down, because those fish come up to it just like that one, and they're looking at it, and they have to like what they see or they're not going to take it. Man, we're sitting out here. Ice is forming all around the lakes, busting ice, and these fish are chomping. That one's not even hooked, it's just got it wedged. Look at that. Got it wedged down in his throat. All you need to do is put some time in scanning. These fish load up, and it might only be a 100-yard stretch on the entire lake where they really, really load up, and they stick out like a sore thumb. But man, once you find that, unbelievable fishing. A lot of these pauses are anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. And if you don't do that, they're so lethargic, you just won't get them to hit it. When you watch them on the graph, they come up super, super slow, just kind of following it. And then when it suspends there for 5 to 10 seconds, it gives them that chance to pull up, look at it, decide what they want to do, and then hit it. I'm actually casting up in about 12 feet, and this crank dies 15 to 17 foot. But what I do is I hold that rod tip leveler up just a little bit, so when it's up there shallower, it don't dig in the bottom. And then as it gets deeper towards the boat, it climbs down that little extra. And really the key is you don't want to dig in bottom. When you watch those fish on the graph, they're cruising these flats in slow motion, but they're always a foot to 2 foot off the bottom. And if you can keep your bait at their level or just a little bit higher than them, it seems to really trigger those bites. I'm actually going to put that Deep X 200 on, which I think that'll actually get down deep enough to still get those fish to react to it. So I'll quick make that change. Every second counts. So not only does this one dive just a little bit shallower, it's got a little smaller profile, that in this 36.9 degree water, it might actually make the difference in getting some extra bites here. Okay, we got a few fish there swimming down the bottom. 14 feet of water. I'm hoping that they'll come up that 3 to 4 feet to hit this little lure. First cast with that crankbait change, and I'm hooked up. I love it when you make a change and it pays off on the first cast. There it is. Get back there quick and see if we can get another one. There, one slowly bit. This is so much fun. It sucks the season's ending, but man, when you kind of know it's the last trip and the fish are biting, it's okay. Look at this. What a bonus that is. Holy cow, look at that crappie. That's a monster. Big crappie dreams, man. Big crappie dreams. There. Super slow retrieve, man. Oh, it's a dandy. After that switch to that Deep X 200 instead of the 300 series, man, that made a big difference. And I'm not sure if it's totally the size or if it's just because it's shallower diving and stays up above them a little bit. Seems like they like it just above them here in this freezing cold water. Here's the bait I'm throwing. Owner treble hooks. And I've got it weighted with suspend dots to keep it suspended perfect down there, right in those fish's face. Having that realistic pattern on there makes a huge difference when you're just sitting it there for 5 to 10 seconds. And those fish come right up to it and they're looking at it. And on the depth finder you can watch them. They're sitting right there. You move it. And then all of a sudden, there's a little bit of garbled look on the live scope, and you can, that's the fish opening its mouth to take it. So really cool using like electronics to play cat and mouse with a crankbait. There. Oh, that's big. It just mushed into that crank. Oh, it's a beautiful one. Barely hooked. Oh. Every fish on your last trip before it ices up for 5 months is a super special fish. And with every one, you never know if it's the last one for the day and the season. There, the line just starting to tighten up. You know, when the water is at 38 to 42, they pop it and the line jumps. When it's 37, 38, it kind of changes a little bit. Nice head surges on this fish. Oh, it's another dandy. Another one with that Deep X 200 right in its mouth. This is that LBO model. When you cast it, that cylinder slides back and forth. And you can bomb cast it for a little crankbait. Holy smokes, it's just loaded up there. Don't even have to move the boat. You can see there's lines all over on the 360, just absolutely lit up. There's not much over there, but up in that top right 1 to 2 o'clock position, it is loaded with fish. Oh, that's the first one to hit it as it was moving. Another chunk. Oh man. Oh, that was a nice little dunk on the rod tip. Oh, that's a dandy. Barely hooked. One jump and he's gone. Oh, got him. Nice chunky fall fish.